Funding for this program was provided by Pensacola Bay Area Impact 100 and produced in cooperation with Gulf Coast Kids House and the Monique Burr Foundation for Children. The MBF 5 safety rules and the MBF Safety Squad used with permission by the Monique Burr Foundation for Children.
Know what's up? Spot red flags. Make a move. Talk it up. Blame no shame.
Hi again, I'm Till.
And I'm Sierra. Remember last time we learned the word abuse? That's when an unsafe adult or an unsafe child hurts you on purpose.
And we played the red flag game to learn how to be safe around strangers. A stranger is someone you don't know very well.
And we've invited Miss Paula back.
It's nice to be back, guys.
Miss Paula, what are we going to talk about today?
We're going to talk about people that hurt children, and it's not just strangers. Most of the time when children are hurt, they're hurt by people they know and they trust. Let's go to class and talk about unsafe people we know.
Do you remember what we talked about earlier? We talked about abuse. That's when somebody hurts a child on purpose and they hurt them with words or they hurt their body. We're going to talk about two kinds of abuse. The first one we're going to talk about is abuse with words. If someone says unkind and hurtful things to you and they do it over and over again, is that abuse with words?
Yes.
Yes. Spot red flags. I wish you didn't live with me. You're dumb. I don't like the way you look. All of those things are very hurtful, aren't they? Mm-hmm. And when people say hurtful things to you, is that safe or unsafe?
Unsafe.
Unsafe. When we have abuse with words, does that leave a mark on the outside of your body? No. But what does it do? Where does it hurt?
In your heart.
In your heart, on the inside. Right. It hurts your feelings, doesn't it? Now, it's important that children are safe, their feelings and their bodies. The other type of abuse is abuse to your body. Now, abuse to your body happens when people do things like what?
Beat you.
Hit you,
Punch you.
kick you, and all those things they do on purpose, don't they? They do them intentionally. The other part of that is they leave a mark. When I say they leave a mark, what do I mean? Like a what?
A bruise.
A bruise?
A spot on your body like a little boo-boo.
Or like a red spot? What about a broken bone? If someone hurt you on purpose and it broke your bone, would that be abuse to your body? Yes, it would. All children deserve to be safe and not have any kind of abuse, either abuse to their body or abuse with words. They're both unsafe and hurtful. You remember when we talked about private body parts?
Yes.
And we said those are parts of your body that belong to you and nobody else. Those are the parts of your body that are covered by either your swim trunks or a two-piece bathing suit, both front and back. And they're your business and nobody else's business. And no one else should ever talk about them, touch them, look at them, take pictures of them, or show you pictures of them. And they should never ask you to do those things for them. That's not safe. Now, sometimes if you have an injury and you have to go to the doctor and you have an injury on those parts and mom or dad are with you and the doctor asks you, can he examine those parts? That might happen and that's okay because that's safe if your mom is there. But should anyone else ever need to see those parts of your body?
No.
No. Each one of you have a personal space. We call that our hula hoop space. It's like you're standing in the middle of a hula hoop. Jamie, come up. Who decides who crosses that hula hoop? Jamie does, right. She decides who crosses into that space. And does she have the right to say, stop, that's not safe? Yes, she does. You have the right to decide who you let be in your personal space. Now, I've got a story for you, and I think you'll like this one. Callie comes home from school one day, and she walks into her house, and her mom's sitting at the kitchen table, and there's this lady sitting across from her mom, and her mother says, Callie, sweetheart, come in here and meet Aunt Betty. This is your grandmother's sister. And when I was your age, she came and lived with us. She was like a second mother to me. And Aunt Betty looks at Callie, and she says, hey, sweetie, come on over here and sit in my lap and let me give you a little sugar. Spot red flags. Safe or unsafe?
Unsafe.
Unsafe, absolutely. Now, if you say, no, that's not safe, is Mama going to be happy with you? No, because Mama knows Aunt Betty, and she loves her. So Callie's got to be assertive or use her strong voice, but not be rude or mean. So she walks over to Aunt Betty and she said, sorry, that's not safe, but I'll give you a safe touch, which would be a what, Jamie?
High five.
Give me one. And Aunt Betty loves that because, you know, she's old like me and she thinks all the things y'all do are so cool, and she thinks you think she's cool because you do high five with her. You know, we talked about safe and unsafe touches. Let's think about some safe touches. If I pat you on the back, is that a safe touch?
Yeah.
Yeah. If I high five you or fist bump you, is that a safe touch?
Yes.
What if you're about to go to bed and your mom comes up and kisses you goodnight and tucks you in? Is that a safe touch?
Yes.
Right. But who has the right to choose who kisses and hugs you?
Yourself.
Yourself. Absolutely. Now I want to talk to you about surprises and secrets. Raise your hand if you like to get a surprise present on your birthday. Okay. Raise your hand if you like to go to a birthday party. Now, what if your neighbor comes up to you and says, you know, I'm your mom's best friend, and I want you and your parents to come to my house, and all your mom's friends are going to be there, and it's going to happen tonight, and we're all going to jump up when she walks in the door and say, what do you say at a surprise birthday party?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, surprise! Does a surprise that you don't tell have an ending point?
Yes.
Yes, and that's what makes surprises safe, because they have a point where everybody knows what's happening, and that makes them safe. Now, secrets are different. If someone asks you to keep a secret from your parents, red flag? Yes, it is. You never keep a secret from your parents. Secrets don't have an end. Now, you can tell a surprise, can't you? But in the end, you can't tell secrets. So is it safe to ever keep a secret? No. Even if your best friend says, I'm going to tell you a secret, but you can't tell anybody, what do you say?
No.
No. Because you always tell your safe adults, and it's their responsibility to keep you safe. So they have to know everything, and you have to help them know everything. All right, let's play red flag again. I have another story. Jenny is playing in the backyard, and Mr. Tandy, who's her neighbor, is working in his yard. And she's just talking to him over the fence, and she tells him about going to her friend's house and playing with her dollhouse. And she said, I just love that. It is so much fun. The next day, when Mr. Tandy's working in his yard, she's playing in the yard too, and he comes over to Jenny and he said, guess what, Jenny? I was in my attic last night and I found a dollhouse. If you want it, you can have it, but you have to go with me right now, immediately, up to my attic, and you can't tell anybody. It has to be our little secret. Now, what was unsafe? What was the red flag? Tell me one, Jamie.
He said he's keeping a secret.
All right, is that safe or unsafe?
Unsafe.
That's unsafe. I like the way you wave that red flag. If you're going into someone's house, whose permission should you always get first every time you go into anybody's house, Evelyn?
You ask your mom or dad or grandma.
Right, you're a safe adult at home, and they might even want to go with you. What should she do? Make a move and get away and stay away, go into her house and talk it up to her mom or her safe adult. And should she be ashamed?
No.
No blame, no shame. It's never her fault. She did exactly what she needed to do to be safe. If somebody ever asks you to keep a secret, I want you to immediately go and talk it up to your safe adult. Should we ever keep a secret?
No.
Well, what if they say to you, if you tell, they'll believe me. I'm a grown-up and you'll get in trouble. Do you spot a red flag there? Yes, you do. Is that true? No, that's not true. You never, no blame, no shame. You should always make a move and talk it up, and you should never be ashamed to tell. And it's never too late to tell.
Spot red flag. Spot red flag.
This is my personal space.
And this is my personal space. But you're my friend, so you're allowed in my space.
And you're allowed in my space. And just like Miss Paula said, you get to choose who's allowed inside your space.
Because everyone deserves to feel safe. We'll see you and Miss Paula next time. And with that, the safety squad will sing us out. Bye.
Bye.
No one stop